So guys, a journalist went to fact check the 30-kilometer out of 750-kilometer road commissioned by the Tinubu's government, I mean the Calabar-Lagos Coastal Highway, to fact check if what they are telling Nigerians is the truth, only to discover that the length of the road that has been worked on is not even up to that 30-kilometer. Don't forget that Nigerians were wondering why they rush in commissioning just 30 out of 750-kilometer road length. You know, people were wondering why they rush. And now it is being discovered that the length of the portion of that road that has been worked on is actually less than 30 kilometers. One keeps wondering, APC and lies, when are they going to separate? Just take a look for yourself how Arise Television has analyzed this news and other headlines. Take a look.
20 kilometers they said from VI to Eleko corridor. The remaining 10 kilometers they said from Eleko inward. Gentlemen and ladies, I am at chainage 41.230 kilometers. And Eleko junction is chainage 47.5. If you do the subtraction, what you have is 6.2 something kilometers. That simply means that the claim that they have completed 10 kilometers from Eleko into this place is not true. So in case you are thinking, oh, they have done 30 kilometers, I want to drive from VI, I want to go to Eleko, they are not together, they are disjointed like different pieces.
They're not together, they are disjointed like different pieces. I mean, this video started trending yesterday, went viral yesterday. Yeah. So we urge the Ministry of Works to react to this video because we have seen that, you know, even some footage. Yesterday, I saw a video from Reno Mokri. He actually said that he followed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu through that coastal highway. If you can pull that up. And look at how beautiful it looks there. It appears that he went on that ride and it showed that well, he drove through, not the entire, but I just wanted to show what it looked like. He did say that he drove with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on that road. But we've seen this video trending and there's been so many reactions from that journalist, you know, stating that he had actually gone there and he had measured, and he says that it's about 20 kilometers from his measurement that had just been completed. So we urge the Ministry of Works to come out and, you know, show us, I mean, debunk the actual areas that he has mentioned. A quick comment from you.
No, I mean, you're spot on. So when this video came out here, I think by now, the Ministry of Works should be able to come out. And that's why we expect, you know, the PR team. And coming out, apart from saying they're on their side, what they should also do is we should take a team of independent assessors, engineers and the likes that know more in this area to have a drive-through. They should just say, okay, we did it up to this end. They should have a drive so we can have an independent body, you know, that verifies all of this, what is happening. And it's really, really, really important. See, there's an office in England called OBR. It's called the Office of Budget Responsibility, where with budgetary provisions, there's an ombudsman that holds them to task. We should also have that with terms of projects, independent body. That's if the body is not corrupted, you know, because the thing with Nigeria, before you know that they don't corrupt that body again. So that can say, okay, if you did XYD stretch of road that you say you did it with this quality, let's now go and independently verify and release the reports before they are corrupted, though. Because that's the problem. But we need independent assessors to be able to look at it so we can get both sides and get what is clarity.
But very quickly, though, to the claim that it's disjointed, we have a long weekend coming up, so citizens are free to go for a drive on the road and see for themselves. I believe it's open.
Are people already passing there?
People are passing there, yes. People are passing there, yes.
I like that.
So people can go and drive for themselves, share your videos. Let's see from people's own experience.
Okay, Bimbai, I charge you so I can play it on what's trending. On Monday.
On Monday,
would you do that?
Bimbai, you're sure that citizens are passing there to walk?
Yes, Rufai.
Using that road, you're sure?
Yes,
okay, so some of people using it, okay?
Yes, legislative rascality and a rubber stamp for the executive rather than upholding constitutional governance. Let's take a look before we take some reactions.
Mr. President, it is through your influence that the Nigerian National Assembly has become a haven for legislative rascality. Mr. President, it's under your watch that the National Assembly has become an extension of the executive, grossly violating the principles of separation of powers and rubber stamping the whims and caprices of your office, all while singing the international anthem of sycophants on your mandate we shall stand. I say, Mr. President, Nigeria is too delicate for this kind of politics. If this state capture was what you meant by a Milokan, it is an anticlimax that can only be counterproductive at the end. I urge you, Mr. President, to think deeply and reflect on these words. No man is wise enough, nor good enough to be trusted with unlimited power. Mr. President, please stop playing God.
All right, I had to play this video side by side with the visit because obviously that's what caused the reaction, because I believe this comment was, back in April, just a few weeks ago. And of course, Nigerians have reacted to the visit and his statement there where he made after he visited the president yesterday. Let me take this tweet from JJ, who wrote, "Everyone is just fighting for his personal interest and pocket. Nigeria lacks leaders with conviction and personal integrity. They say one thing today, tomorrow you see them doing other things, e.g. Wike, Buala, Reno, Shehu Sani, and now Bakare. It's indeed pathetic, and you'll understand why." But after he's a man of God, after that meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at his residence, I believe, he's now adopted a more, conciliatory note and all of that. Bye, our favorite Niger wife. Go ahead.
He's been extremely vocal even since May 2023 about how he felt about the election.
Yes.
He expressed how he thought it wasn't a free and fair election, how he felt that he didn't agree with President Tinubu's values. So this has been consistent from him. Well, since he won't tell us what happened in the exchange, we now have to speculate and assume. It would have been nice for him to just give us a summary of some of the key points addressed in that exchange, because his body language shows us that he didn't go in with the same fiery opposition spirit that we've seen him express over time. Again, it's all assumption, but I would have hoped. See, I don't. There's nothing wrong with opposition leaders going to see the president, but what we want is opposition leaders who go and stand on their own principles, who stand on values, who stand their ground when they go and meet the president. Not that they go there, then they all come out sheepishly, smiling, okay, well, things are going to work out. Of course, it's important to be optimistic and believe that things will work out. But the point I'm making is that we need strong, bold opposition who are ready to challenge and tackle these issues in a very diplomatic and democratic way when they go and interface with these leaders. But the body language we're seeing, since again, he's not disclosing what was discussed, is a little bit disappointing, especially because over the past few days, we've seen Sim Fubara, we've seen Governor Adeleke. Remember, I shared a video with you where some Osun State APC chieftains were saying that we're warning Governor Adeleke that the APC ticket is not for sale. You can't pay President Tinubu for it. So we were laughing. We were laughing about it.
Because obviously we took the story of Adeleke yesterday and he clearly detailed that he was a visit for Salah. And obviously there was a statement that was released yesterday from the Osun spokesman saying that Adeleke was not defective.
But of course, the questions around that citizens will ask when they see these images is, what are the undertones of these conversations? What is being planned? Is Tinubu, the master strategist, bringing everybody under his net so that there will be no opposition in 2027?
Okay. Pastor Tunde Bakare is not opposition. He's a prophet of God. He's a man of faith. And the interaction between, pastors or prophets and kings is a well-established tradition. If you go very quickly to your Bible and you open to 1 Kings chapter 18, you will see the story there of King Ahab and his relationship with Prophet Elijah. Prophet Elijah was a man of faith, and he was very critical of King Ahab. And he usually gave predictions, and he always told him, and he was very consistent. After that fashion, Pastor Tunde Bakare of the Citadel Community Church, Global Citadel Community Church, gives these sermons where he looks at the state of the nation.
That you would like to respond to. So, sir, I give you the floor to go ahead and respond to these comments that were made.
Well, I first and foremost, I want to commend the management, especially the chairman of Arise News. That's one of the leading lights in journalism profession in this country, the Prince Duke. I want to commend him. I want to commend him for today because I can see that Mr. Ruben Abati is not here, because I was not expecting him to be here, because he took position of special assistant on media to Rotimi Amechi. He took position of spokesperson to Rotimi Amechi. So I was thinking that to be professional, to operate normally, Ruben Abati will not be among those who will sit in the studio to interview me. I said that it will be on this side of the discussion this morning. So while I will be talking in defense or in support of the FCT Minister Wike, he will also be talking in support and in defense of Rotimi Amechi like he has been doing. And I said that probably he has been appointed as a special assistant on media to Amechi, because I watched him like 3 or 4 days ago, saying that, talking like the minister is rude, is this, and using unprintable words that I was not expecting to hear from somebody who has functioned as editorial chairman of Guardian newspapers. For somebody like that to come to studio and begin to call a minister rude in defense of Rotimi Amechi, because he was supposed to, in journalism, we are not supposed to have opinion. So I was shocked to hear him turning himself to spokesperson of Amechi. And I want to also suggest that since he's now Amechi's spokesperson, he should excuse himself from Arise TV and go and do his job properly. He should not be using a platform provided by respected Nigerians like Oga Nduka Obaigbena to ventilate his anger, his frustration, and his hatred for Wike. Because it is obvious that he hates Wike. He said here that Wike is rude. When he had issue with EFCC and he had to pay back the money he got from Dasuki loot, then the alleged Dasuki loot, he himself and his wife knew the road to Wike's house to go and beg for a bailout, which is obviously got, and Wike was not rude that time. Oga Ruben Abati has always come to this station to present himself as a moral police, to postulate, present himself as a moral police. And he will not one day tell us that at one point in his life, he is a politician, a member of PDP. At some point in his life, he was PDP deputy governorship candidate in Ogun State. And he was comfortable having his picture displayed with that of somebody who was wanted by the American government for alleged drug trafficking. He was comfortable on the podium with somebody who was wanted by the American government for alleged drug trafficking. That is the person that will come here and pronounce with his mouth that a minister of this, a former governor, a minister, somebody he once ran to for help, and call that person a rude person. It is to me, I never believe that kind of word, but you know him. He's a bully like he has always been. Even you that you are talking to me now, I've seen videos in the studio bullying you, telling you that you did not respect him, you did not call him Oga. Even you that are his colleagues on live TV. So I want to commend the management of Arise TV for taking him out of today. So that
that is not what happened, sir.
Mr. Leary,
that is not what happened, sir.
Mr. Leary,
and also speak.
Mr. Leary, if you will hear me,
like special assistant or
if you will hear me,
former governor of Rivers State and former minister of transportation,
okay, Mr. Leary,
that is in that regard.
Mr. Leary, no, I have to come in. I have to come in here.
The minister saying that,
Mr. Leary, I have to come in here. Mr. Leary Olayinka, I have to come in here. It's not a monologue. Mr. Leary Olayinka,
governor of Rivers State for 8 years.
I have to come in
Minister
here.
of Transport for 8 years. That is 23 years. How can that person come and deceive Nigerians that he's hungry? In my place, they will use Yoruba and say, "Below pamanomono cool." Because if you have been in government, you have lived on public fund for 23 years. Just 2 years out of that public fund, the opportunity of eating government money, and you are now hungry. What kind of hunger is that? And you choose your birthday. And that is what we are saying. And I'm saying this again. Nigerians should stop allowing themselves to be deceived. People who were in government yesterday, because they are no longer in government, when they were in government, they did not call Nigerians to say, "Oh, Nigerians, so this is what we are doing. Come and join us to enjoy public fund." Now they are out of government for just 2 years. They have suddenly become champion of democracy. Amechi has now become champion of democracy. Amechi, under whose judiciary in Rivers State was shut down for over 1 year. No court did not work in Rivers State for over 1 year. He is now champion of democracy. And Nigerians are listening to him. I don't understand. Amechi was Minister of Transport. And rail line that was done here was like 50% higher than the ones that was done in a country like Ethiopia. Ethiopia did this for $4.4 million per kilometer. The one under Amechi was done for $3.4 million per kilometer. And that one, the one in Ethiopia was double lane. The one in Ethiopia was double lane. The one Amechi did was single lane. And that is the person that is now presenting himself as champion of good governance, champion of democracy. Just because he contested APC primary with the present president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he lost. He lost primary. And he said he did not support Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he had no capacity. And Nigeria proved him wrong. He said, "Oh, okay, carry your support and go."
So guys, you have seen what is happening around this coastal highway. Many people have been lamenting on how Tinubu insisted on working on this road, and you can see all the controversies around this road. Now, Afenifere is calling for Tinubu's impeachment. You know, Afenifere, the socio-cultural group in Yoruba land, is saying Tinubu should be impeached over this construction of coastal highway road in Lagos, Calabar. Now, let me read out the headline coming from Sahara Reporters, and it says, Afenifere asks National Assembly to begin Tinubu's impeachment over Lagos Calabar Highway construction violations. So I'm going to read further so that you understand the entire gist. And it says that the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization, Afenifere, has called on the National Assembly to commence impeachment proceedings against Bola Ahmed Tinubu over alleged conflicts of interest in the award of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway Road. So Tinubu is not following what the way the Constitution spells it. We all know that, that Tinubu things are never done in a constitutional manner. We've been told that many of the debts he has collected or the loans he has collected did not really go through the National Assembly. And as a senator, you dare not question. If you question, they know how to use lawyers against you. They know how to use other political instruments against you. Now, it reads further. A very leader, Oba Oladipo Olaitan, expressed disappointment at Tinubu's recent public declaration that the contractor handling the project, Gilbert Changore, was his partner during the inauguration of Kilometer Phase 1, Section 1 of the Coastal Highway project. All President Tinubu is doing is building a road on his own Atlantic city. Alaitan said in an interview with Punch. He openly said the contractor is his partner. That means he awarded a federal contract to himself. Oh my God. Tinubu awarded, a contract to himself. Olatan questioned the rationale behind commissioning just a small portion of the highway, suggesting that the government may have no further intention of pursuing the full stretch of the coastal road once the portion leading to Atlantic City is completed. Why commission just 4% of the road? The road leads straight to their private development. Oh my God. If that part is done, that may end the rest. This is a clear conflict of interest. The Afenifere leader called on lawmakers to take action, saying the National Assembly must prove that it is not complicit. If they are truly dependent, they must act now. We cannot condone this. This is not how to run a democracy. The president has admitted to a breach of public trust. So Tinubu is being asked, or the National Assembly is being asked to impeach Tinubu. This is not the only person that is talking about, so many suspicions around this Calabar Coastal Highway. One thing with the APC is that the APC can never tell you the truth. They can never tell you the fact around whatever they are doing. Like, we all know that the speed at which Tinubu have been channeling money to this project before this commissioning. And people were wondering why commission just a 30 out of 350 kilometer of road. Why commission? Why the rush? Where are you going to? But that's Nigeria, because they know that this is the only way they can get more money. When they commission it, they allocate so much money to it. Tomorrow they may just abandon it. And this project is being taken up by his partner. Tinubu called Changore his partner right from those days, And this is the same person. We know that this man has a company with Tinubu. They run like a co-partnership, ownership of a particular company. And that's the company that is handling this work. So Tinubu is awarding this project to himself. And this project is meant to kind of create a way that leads to I call it an area of Lagos that is said to be owned by Tinubu. So a whole lot is happening. So guys, I don't know what you make of this content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.